Hi, I'm Nancy Soliz. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I'm also a play therapist. I decided to become a licensed marriage and family therapist when I was in college. I actually didn't even know it was something you could do, like a profession. I was going to school to be a kindergarten teacher, and one of the classes we had to volunteer somewhere, and I chose to volunteer at the domestic violence shelter in Stillwater. One of the people that was the director there was a marriage and family therapist, and I got to know her pretty well and what she did. And like at that point, I decided to change my career and go on and get my master's in marriage and family therapy. As I became more knowledgeable in the field of play therapy, I kind of honed in my interest on working really with attachment and trauma with kids. So I got additional certification as a Theraplay practitioner, which is an evidence-based practice to work with attachment issues. And then also I got certified in EMDR, which is a trauma-based intervention, which is used from childhood up to adulthood. So one of the things I do in addition to my therapy work here is teach classes and do supervision to help therapists in the area work towards their registered play therapy certification. So I'm the only completely certified Theraplay practitioner in the state of Oklahoma. Theraplay is a dyadic therapy, which means the therapy is done with the parent and the child, or with the guardian and the child. So the parent's involved all the time, which a lot of times whenever people come to me, they will have worked with their kid, like a kid and a therapist have worked together, but they're not getting a lot of insight on what they're supposed to do as parents. And so this kind of like walks alongside the parent to kind of connect better with your kid. And that's done through, I videotape every session. And like every fourth or fifth session, we go over the videotapes together, the parent and I, and talk about like little ways where they can see like their kids getting dysregulated and how to come along beside them and kind of help them to become more regulated. It's not a judgmental approach at all. It's kind of just an understanding approach that we're all coming at this as humans, as parents. You know, I talk about me too, about how, you know, I mess up, like everybody messes up. We're humans, like kids know how to push our buttons. That is what it is. And I hope that part of the parent therapist meetings is also them feeling supported as parents and knowing how to go through this parenting journey and having other people alongside of them. Yeah, I definitely get asked the question, how do you do this? Because my really huge passion is working with kids with trauma. So obviously I'm hearing a lot of traumatic stories about how kids have been treated, or just different things that have happened to them through no fault of their own. And so a lot of my day is spent hearing those stories or kids playing out and reenacting those stories. So a lot of people will ask me, how do you do that every day? And I think it's that, it's an honor. I feel like it's an honor for me to be present for that and to know that in some way I can help bring healing to kids that have experienced trauma or have experienced loss, or even kids that are just going through behavioral issues and, you know, are made to feel like I'm a bad kid, and to kind of walk them through to where they find themselves and see themselves as worthy of love, and just that you see them develop all these problem-solving skills, and you see their parents develop all these things as well, and just seeing the whole family just be happier and healthier. And it's just, it's the most amazing privilege, I think, that anyone can have. I can't see myself ever doing anything else. I think that I've talked to my husband and said, I think I'll probably do this like for always. I don't think I'll retire. I think I'll always see 2 or 3 clients, even if I'm having to wheel my wheelchair in the playroom at like 90. One of the things like that I've been, kind of gaining more passion in is working with adults with childhood trauma too, because I'm finding that a lot of the things that I do in play therapy can be helpful for adults that experience trauma in childhood. You're supposed to play as grown-ups too. They do have that kind of societal pressure of, I'm an adult now and that means a certain thing. And it really doesn't have to be that way. Like, play should happen across the lifetime. Finding Fred, about Fred Rogers and like what his goals were for society through his show. And I feel like that podcast, I just want to embody that. Like I want to embody his ideas and his vision of how we should treat children, how we should treat childhood, and how we should just be with children. Yeah. So that would be like probably my favorite therapy type podcast. The other podcast I really was interested in recently is This Land, the podcast about the tribal lawsuit over the land in Oklahoma, whether it was tribal land or land that was the state of Oklahoma. And it was like 9 episodes, I think, and it was really good. As far as parenting goes, probably Whole Brain Child by Dan Siegel. It's a really good read. It's easy. It even has like a little refrigerator sheet that you can copy in the book and stick it to your fridge to help remind you of like ways to interact with your kids, to kind of build their brain and why their brain operates in the way that it does. But it does so in a very like non-clinical, like it's very user-friendly. It's not, it doesn't try to like hit you over the head with neuroscience facts. One. Okay, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna say my tent, okay? Because it's like a place where people can go in and feel safe. And like, that's what I want to be, like a person that people feel safe when they're in my presence.
What a wonderful and fascinating person Nancy Soliz is. I hope that interview with her was informative, and please go check out some of her publications and videos that we've done. She truly is an amazing person that has a lot of knowledge and a lot of skill and a lot of things to give the community. And so, so make sure you go check those things out and click on that. And then of course, you can contact her through our website, which is www.familysolutions.ok.com. Thank you for being here.